So if you're anything like me, Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 caught your eye, but you don't know if it's actually worth it because you don't know anything about Warhammer. Don't worry, a week ago I was right where you are. So in today's video, we're gonna answer that question and hopefully any other questions that you have about Warhammer, like this game. I don't know the whole lore, but all right guys, let's get into it. All you OG Warhammer fans, listen, I know how deep the lore goes. I'm a complete fucking noob when it comes to this, so please bear with me. Plus, I know you guys are super supportive for new fans, so hopefully if there's any questions in the comments, you guys can answer. But all right, let's get this video started. Welcome to a galaxy consumed by eternal war, where one force stands as humanity's last bastion of hope. This is the world of Warhammer 40,000. So essentially, you're a beefed up, full of steroids, Warhammer Space Marine badass motherfucker, and you gotta cut down anything that stands in your way, or in Warhammer's case, anything that wants to destroy mankind. Now listen, I can go way deeper into what's attacking mankind and what mankind is, but this video would probably be about 3 hours long, and that's just my knowledge. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that can put together a well-done 10-hour video just going over different types of Space Marines and what and where they came from. But anyway, let's get back on track. So yes, you are a beefed up, big booty cheeked motherfucking Space Marine that essentially rips everything apart that comes and attacks you. Now the main enemy that you'll be fighting in this game is called the 𝙏𝙤𝙙𝙖𝙮𝙮. I probably pronounced that wrong, don't kill me. And essentially it's your hack and slash type of game. But as you progress further into the amazing cinematic storyline, you're gonna begin to uncover just how many enemies mankind really has. Now like I said in the intro, I'm making this video for somebody who is very similar to myself that knew just the bare minimum about Warhammer before spending $60 on the game. So if you want to know more about the lore before you get to the storyline of Warhammer 2, there's some really good YouTube videos out there. So if you want to get caught up before playing, then I mean, go ahead. But you don't have to. Now the campaign is co-op, so you and your friends can go decimate anything that walks in front of your way, or you can just use the two AIs. But I will say the AI in this storyline isn't like just a normal Gears of War AI that really doesn't do anything. I mean, these guys are shredding people. It's pretty badass. Oh, you got him. All right, cool. I don't want to take that away from you. And besides the game being cross-play and you're able to play the campaign with your friends, they also have another wave-style horde game mode that you and your friends or other people that you match with can play online. And that pretty much covers the campaign without me going too deep into it. Listen, I haven't been much of a campaign person since probably Black Ops 1, but Warhammer's campaign, the cinematics, the fighting, the storyline has me on the edge of my seat alone in my office. And that takes a lot, man. I am not that kind of guy. So if you're a campaign guy and that's what you enjoy about FPSs or new games in general, 10 out of 10, I highly recommend. But if you're a PvP guy, don't worry, we're about to get into it. All right, let's do this. All right, you double caked up, big booty cheek, badass Space Marines, check it out. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 has some pretty dope PvP. Now listen, if you're expecting like a Call of Duty style PvP game, it's not really that. You're not just gonna run up and quickscope somebody with some elite extraterrestrial sniper rifle. Okay, maybe you can. If Warhammer can relate to any specific FPS, I would put it right next to Gears of War. And what I mean by relatability to Gears of War is, you know, the third person, the jumping, the rolling, how you ADS your weapons, all that stuff. But Warhammer is Warhammer. Trust me when I say it's its own game. So as of right now at launch for game modes, they have Seize Ground, Capture and Control, and Annihilation. It's like your base game modes in Call of Duty. But what's pretty cool is that Warhammer already put out a roadmap of what they want to add to the game from season 1 to 2 to 3 and so on. And they're not just gonna give us PvP and forget about it. Destiny, just saying. Actually, it's quite the opposite. Now, I don't know if they're gonna add ranked or anything crazy like that. What I do know is that they're trying to give us everything that we would want with a Warhammer style game. We have the badass campaign with its expansions coming up. We have the horde co-op game mode that obviously with expansions will get more levels and maps and stories, whatever. And then we have PvP, which they'll also be giving us, you know, new weapons, loadouts, new maps, new game modes, etc. So as of right now, you can load into any of those 3 game modes and you will take the role of either a Chaos Marine or, you know, your OG big booty cheek Space Marines. Now there is 5 different classes that you can choose from. You have your tactical, your assault, vanguard, bulwark, sniper, and heavy. Now, as you can see, you can also select loadouts, which means you can create your own custom loadout, but you're gonna have to unlock the weapons. So there is a reason to come back and continuously grind PvP. Not to mention you also get badass armor and all sorts of other in-game collectibles. All in all, if I'm giving a rating to Warhammer specifically on the PvP, I would give it about a 6 or 7 out of 10, only because I am coming from a Call of Duty FPS fan base, and this is my first time in a long time time playing a game like this for PvP. But it doesn't mean this game isn't badass, dude. Warhammer is fucking sick. Now, like I said, I made this video for somebody who was just like me, somebody who had no idea what Warhammer was like 2 weeks ago. But since then, I've watched countless YouTube videos. The Warhammer lore is fucking insane. It's insane. It's gnarly. It's badass. There's a ton of fighting. All I'm saying is, if there was ever a storyline, game, whatever to get involved with, Warhammer Space Marine 2, this is it. Also, I recommend checking out some of those longer videos that goes over and explains the background of Space Marines and the Emperor and all sorts of other badass shit. But anyway, I could rant forever about how much I love the Warhammer storyline, but I'll probably get a lot of shit wrong, and I don't want to do injustice to the actual Warhammer lore. So with that being said, I'm going to end the video here, guys. And hey, if you do end up getting Warhammer because of this video, let me know down below in the comments, man. I'd love to run it with you guys. But as always, and much more importantly, I hope each and every one of y'all have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later, guys.